Welcome back to the Thinker's Compass, where we navigate through the vast seas of human thought and experience. Today, we delve into a topic both timeless and ever relevant: the types of individuals we might consider avoiding, not out of malice, but for the sake of personal growth and peace of mind. Drawing upon the wisdom of philosophers, from Aristotle to Augustine, we'll explore why certain behavioral traits, while commonplace, can become roadblocks to fruitful interactions and personal development. Together, let's embark on this enlightening exploration, understanding 5 types of individuals and the philosophical reasons behind why we might approach them with caution. Let's begin. The manipulator. Manipulative individuals often weave intricate webs of deceit, subtly operating with a strategy deeply reminiscent of Machiavellianism. They create circumstances to serve their own goals, often placing their own interests above those of others. On the surface, these individuals may appear charming or persuasive, but beneath the facade lies a pattern of viewing relationships as mere transactions that are to be leveraged for personal gain. The ethics of philosophers like Immanuel Kant starkly contrasts with such behavior. Kant emphasized the inherent worth of every individual, asserting that every individual has their own intrinsic value and should not be used merely for someone else's purpose or benefit. This principle highlights the importance of mutual respect and genuine interaction in all human relationships. Manipulators, however, bypass this moral guideline. They compromise personal integrity and disrupt the authenticity of human connections by placing individuals in roles that further their own objectives, often at the expense of others. Allowing oneself to be consistently exposed to manipulative behaviors can have dire consequences. Over time, it erodes trust, generates anxiety, and can severely diminish one's sense of self-worth. These individuals sow seeds of doubt and mistrust, making those around them question their own judgments and even the intentions of others. This not only threatens individual mental and emotional well-being, but also disrupts the fabric of genuine human connections. So, why should one avoid manipulative individuals? Their actions and behaviors, though sometimes subtle, can lead to emotional and psychological distress. Being in their orbit can distort one's perspective on genuine relationships, instilling insecurity and skepticism. Recognizing and distancing oneself from such personalities ensures that one's life remains anchored in relationships built on mutual trust, respect, and authenticity, rather than being subjected to the whims and games of those who prioritize their own gains over genuine human connection. The gossiper. At first glance, gossip might seem like mere idle chatter, something most engage in casually without giving it much thought. However, if one delves deeper into its philosophical implications, the act of gossiping reveals itself as a more serious transgression. Gossip doesn't merely circulate information, it often infringes upon an individual's right to privacy, compromises their dignity, and sometimes usurps their own personal narrative, painting it in colors they might not recognize or accept. Drawing from historical perspectives, consider Socrates, an ancient Greek philosopher who dedicated his life to the pursuit of wisdom and truth. He practiced the art of questioning everything, seeking clarity in a world filled with assumptions and hearsay. It's arguable that he would have sternly rebuked the distortions, exaggerations, and half-truths that are synonymous with gossip. Socrates believed in the power of genuine knowledge, not in information tainted by personal biases or malice. Gossip, more often than not, doesn't elevate our understanding or bring us closer to the truth. Instead, it caters to our more primal instincts, the allure of intrigue, the thrill of secrecy, and sometimes the dark satisfaction of taking pleasure in another's misfortune. Such behaviors don't merely harm the subjects of the gossip, they also have a corrosive effect on those who listen and partake. Over time, surrounding oneself with chronic gossipers can lead to a skewed perception of relationships and reality, distracting one from loftier pursuits and anchoring them in cycles of misinformation, judgment, and negativity. So why should we be wary of and avoid those who constantly engage in gossip? The reasons are multifaceted. Beyond the moral considerations of respecting another's privacy, aligning oneself with gossipers can mire one in a web of negativity and mistrust. By choosing not to engage in or entertain gossip, one preserves not only the dignity of others, but also ensures that their own mental and emotional environment remains clear, focused, and positively oriented. It is a step towards nurturing genuine relationships based on trust, understanding, and mutual respect. The deceitful. In human relationships, trust holds a pivotal position, serving as the bedrock upon which genuine connections are forged. It is this trust that allows us to lower our guard, to share our vulnerabilities, and to foster an environment of mutual respect and understanding. However, deceit stands as a shadowy antagonist to trust, working tirelessly to undermine the bonds we create. Historical thinkers and philosophers have long delved into the ramifications of deceit. Augustine, in his Confessions, laid bare his own struggles with deceit and the profound moral implications accompanying it. The act of deceit isn't merely a transient offense, its impact extends beyond the immediate moment of betrayal. The residue of deceit lingers, leading to questions, doubts, and eroding the foundations of trust that took time and effort to build. When an individual habitually employs deceit, the consequences aren't confined to their immediate circle. Such behavior can reverberate through communities, causing rifts, sowing seeds of mistrust, and even breaking apart previously cohesive groups. The deceiver, over time, may find themselves ensnared in a web of their own making, battling the consequences of their falsehoods and isolated from those they once considered allies. Yet, it's not just the societal impact that makes deceit so corrosive. On a personal level, being on the receiving end of deceit can be emotionally harrowing. The sting of betrayal, the incessant questioning of one's own judgment, and the apprehension of future deceptions can take a toll on an individual's well-being. So, why should we actively avoid individuals prone to deceit? Beyond the apparent desire to preserve personal peace and well-being, avoiding such individuals also acts as a means of self-preservation. By recognizing and distancing oneself from deceitful personalities, one shields themselves from potential emotional and psychological upheavals. Moreover, it sends a strong message about the values we uphold and the standards we set for our interpersonal relationships. In essence, avoiding those who frequently resort to deceit is an act of self-respect, ensuring that we nurture relationships that are genuine, honest, and fulfilling. The detractor. Throughout the history of philosophy, questioning and skepticism have been invaluable tools for discerning truth and understanding. However, a nuanced distinction must be drawn between the enlightened skepticism of philosophical inquiry and the discouraging stance of detractors, those who invite dark clouds and consistently view life through a lens of doubt and negativity. The Stoic tradition, as championed by thinkers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, extolled the virtues of confronting life's unpredictability with poise. They believed in understanding life's challenges, while also recognizing its beauty and potential, even when faced with the skepticism of detractors. Allowing the voices of these detractors to dominate one's perspective not only clouds perception, but can also inhibit growth, ambition, and the spirit of joy and discovery. Such a narrowed view actively chooses to miss out on the wonders life offers. The aura of a detractor can create ripples in their environment, casting long shadows over creativity and enthusiasm. Engaging with such energies can feel like wading through a quagmire, constantly being pulled into deeper, murkier waters. So why might it be wise to approach these detractors with caution, for the sake of our mental and emotional well-being, and to ensure an environment where hope, ambition, and positivity can flourish? By distancing ourselves from such persistent negativity and doubt, we free ourselves to dream, aspire, and navigate life with a more optimistic, balanced perspective. The narcissist. Throughout philosophical literature, there's a consistent theme of self-awareness and humility. From Socratic ignorance to Eastern teachings on losing one's ego, there's an understanding that self-absorption not only distorts our perception of reality, but can also harm those around us. Narcissism is the epitome of this distortion. Rooted in Greek mythology, the term stems from the tale of Narcissus, who became infatuated with his reflection to the point of demise. This overwhelming preoccupation with oneself often blinds the narcissist to the feelings and needs of others. Where genuine relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding, the narcissist often sees relationships as transactions, with people as mere tools to bolster their ego or serve their desires. Constant exposure to narcissistic behaviors can lead to feelings of inadequacy, being undervalued, or even manipulated. It's a challenge, as narcissists can be charming and alluring, drawing people into their webs under the guise of charisma. For those aiming to lead a sound life, filled with genuine connections and growth, it's crucial to recognize narcissistic behaviors and understand their potential impact. Avoiding prolonged exposure or relationships with such personalities will protect one's emotional well-being, allowing for healthier and more authentic interactions. So why is it important to avoid the narcissist? Continual interaction with one can erode one's self-worth, distort realities, and strain genuine relationships. They often fail to recognize or validate the emotions of those around them, leading to feelings of invisibility or neglect. In the philosophical quest for authenticity and genuine human connection, it's crucial to be wary of those who might see relationships as mere tools for ego enhancement rather than mutual growth. As we wrap up our journey today, it's essential to remember that our exploration isn't merely about identifying these traits in others, but also reflecting inward. We must remain vigilant, ensuring that we ourselves don't inadvertently exhibit these tendencies. This isn't about passing judgment or isolating others based on their traits. It's about cultivating a heightened awareness of our surroundings, the relationships that influence our growth, peace, and overall well-being, and our own behaviors. By understanding these 5 types of individuals, we arm ourselves with the knowledge to make informed choices, nurturing relationships that resonate with our core values and philosophical beliefs. Always strive to approach others with empathy, and perhaps with time and understanding, we might even help them, and ourselves, transcend these limiting behaviors. Thank you for joining us, and please engage in the conversation below, and continue this exploration of wisdom and introspection with us at the Thinker's Compass.